Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you late night, sitting here eating some candy cane Oreos right here for you. Just watching your guys' videos from the people that I subscribe to on here, trying to get a feel for what Monday Night Raw was like, because honestly, I don't fucking want to watch it. I don't know. I went and I watched Ravi's video, Assault and Battery 777, and his video sort of said he sat there in the computer chair and he sat there and he watched Raw, and 3 hours to him sort of felt like 5. And there was some stuff on there that, was noteworthy, but at the end of the day, nothing really mattered in the long run. The only thing you need to know is that they booked the TLC main event. The main event is going to be John Cena versus Randy Orton in a TLC match with both belts at stake. And I watched a lot of videos. And a lot of videos, people sort of act like they don't know what's going on. Like they booked this match and they said this is what it's to be. But nobody ever said that this is a unification match. Nobody ever said that, both titles are both titles are going to be molded into one. And this isn't going to be like when Jericho won the titles. Jericho held the WCW title and the WWE title, and he held that until he dropped them to Triple H, and then those belts were molded together to become the undisputed championship that I always think of Brock Lesnar having. But Hogan had it, Triple H had it, Undertaker had it. That belt got used for a little while, and there's a lot of people out there that still like that belt. There was a time when Batista jumped over and both belts were on Batista and Cena. Well, I guess Cena was the one who jumped over. It was before Batista got drafted over to SmackDown. That they were hoping that title was going to be brought back, and that JBL would be the champion again on SmackDown. Back then. Well, I think that was before he was the champion, so that would be his first championship run. I'm a little bit mixed up on what's going down. I'm a little tired. I sold a lot of turkeys tonight. A lot of turkeys. You don't even know how many turkeys I sold. You all got to get in the meat game. If there's any other meat cutters out there, let me know. I don't know if I'm the only meat cutter on YouTube who makes wrestling videos or not, but it is what it is. We sell a lot of turkeys. Sold a lot of crabs, too. Didn't sell much meat today. But what the fuck was I talking about? Okay, they're not really calling this a unification match. So, from what I can tell, what's going to happen is that both belts are going to be... I'm looking like Sabu right now. What's up, everybody? But both belts are going to be held up over the ring. And how many times during, these TLC ladder matches do you see the spot come where both guys gain the strength to climb up the ladder? I know when you, play video games... it always seems like the computer is able to fly up them freaking ladders. But every time you want to climb up one of the ladders, it's like, climbing up the Empire State Building, and you're tired as hell and you can't get up there. But for some reason, the computer can always jump right up there. That's why I hate wrestling games. I can't do the Royal Rumbles either. But honestly, when it comes down to it, how many times do you see the ladder matches where both guys are on the top of the ladder, and you guys see them battling for that last spot because they know they love that thing of oh, both guys are up there, and everybody's shaking their hands like this, and everybody's marking out, and everybody's going crazy for what that last spot's going to be. But what if, John Cena and Randy Orton, they both reach up and they give us some sort of screw job finish where both guy comes down with a belt. Orton's got one, and Cena's got the other one. But it comes down to it, one guy doesn't have to walk out of there with both championship belts, and both guys don't have to walk out there losers. It could be easy how, they brought Cena back. They wanted to get, a championship belt on him, and they wanted to mean something. So what if he reaches up and he grabs the WWE championship? I know this is the old one, but let's make pretend. And then what if Orton reaches up and he grabs the World Heavyweight Championship, and for some reason the NWO did a run in and spray painted on the belt? You gotta imagine for a minute, because I don't have the real ones. But, what if they just switch the belts? John Cena can appear on Monday Night Raw, and he can be the WWE champion, and he can be the face of the WWE. Randy Orton can come down with the World Heavyweight Championship belt, and he can go back over to SmackDown, and everybody fall asleep on Friday nights. I think, honestly, that's the one thing in my mind that makes the most sense. And, I think that if they do it this way, I think there will be outrage that people bought this pay-per-view TLC and they didn't get a real finish. But I think these guys can honestly put on a damn good match. I know a lot of people complained about 2009 being the years of John Cena versus Randy Orton, where it seemed like they went every month, match after match after match after match. And I'm there with you. Randy Orton back then was not my favorite wrestler. Randy Orton today is still not my favorite wrestler. But Randy Orton is able to show up in big matches and honestly really surprise me. Last night, or the night before, however you watch this, he wrestled the Big Show. He didn't really have that much help, but I know that a lot of people are saying that this is one of the worst main events on a wrestling pay-per-view since Jeff Hardy versus Sting at Victory Road 2011. But honestly, I'm not sure, that WWE didn't know what was going to happen going into I apologize. Going into this. But to me, honestly, just doing a double switch of the titles is how I think they're going to get out of this. Because they've never said unification, and they never said anything else. So I think, honestly, you could just have this sort of like stunned thing, how neither guy wins, neither guy loses, but one guy gets this belt, one guy gets this belt. It's like TNA's Feast or Fired. Everybody wins. And I'm shaking my hands. What up, everybody?